Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com. Welcome to Moving and Motivating Radio.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Wade Taylor. And on today's show, we're going to continue motivating you to make your life better by doing some self-examine and doing some self-work above and beyond the physical that we're often talking about. And to help me in this endeavor, I'm happy to be joined today by Dr. Sonia Gupte. She is a certified hypnotherapist, licensed hypnotherapist.
Certified hypnotherapist.
Certified, okay,
yeah.
Very good. So she's got all the official credentials and everything. And she's going to be helping us understand what is this world of hypnotherapy, because there is a lot of confusion about this. And it is a valid therapeutic treatment. Let me again reemphasize, Sonia has extensive medical training. She is a MD, and I always forget, where exactly you went to school?
My medical education is from Moscow, and I have practiced in Singapore, Dubai, and India.
Yeah. She's got such a world-traveling background. I always forget specifically where the things happened, but you've practiced medicine in different parts of the world. Here in America, you're not really pursuing your medical degree stuff as much as the hypnotherapy, because you're seeing such amazing results from that. But I do want to give you a chance to kind of get into that so people will appreciate why you say that you're more than just an MD, and why you've kind of moved beyond the stethoscope because of the amazing results you're seeing.
Oh, that's a wonderful question, Wade. I guess I was practicing as a very passionate and dedicated medical professional for almost 15 years of my life as a family physician. And my own journey sort of took a turn around 5 years back, where I started answering and, becoming a bit more aware that prescription is not everything. Not everyone was responding the way they should be as per the medical research. As a doctor, I'm writing the right dosage, right medication as per the protocols, but the results I was seeing in my patients was varying completely. And I was wondering, what exactly is it? It's not the medicine. There is definitely something more to it, which I am maybe not trained to handle. And that question mark sort of brought in the chronic learner in me to jump out of the box. I call myself a chronic learner, and I think we all are learning things in life every day.
Well, and let me make this distinction, because in the medical industry, even, especially here in America, sometimes it feels like we're dealing with computers and such. You are a healer and you want to heal people, and just the medical profession is the environment for that, but you're not closing out anything that will help you heal people, because I do truly sense that's where your passion is.
Absolutely. And you know how wonderfully you have mentioned that as doctors, as physicians, the medical school sort of trains you how to treat symptoms, how to diagnose it. But why are those symptoms there? The core issue, why exactly this person? I mean, many a times I would see a completely, lean and seemingly healthy person, and when you do the blood investigations, everything would be haywire, like the cholesterol is skyrocket, or the blood pressure, or diabetes, and you're like, what? He absolutely has the perfect BMI. What exactly is going on? Right. So all of those questions were, sort of making me wonder whether what I know is enough.
Right,
and
right.
From there, I jumped out of the box and I entered into the magical world of hypnotherapy to know about the subconscious mind. And that was fascinating. That has been till now, each case I go through just makes me wonder, my goodness, human mind, what amazing resources we have within us.
So you are so happy to see the positive results you can have as a healer, and you're excited to learn about this. But as you've mentioned, one of the interesting things is as you're trying to share this amazing and effective knowledge you have, you run into people that have a lot of preconceived notions. They hear the word hypnosis, they hear the word therapy, they hear the combination hypnotherapy, and they, may have all sorts of, preconceived notions that relate to that. Like for me, you say hypnosis and I might immediately think about Las Vegas.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And, okay, so you're going to make me cluck like a chicken, right? Mm-hmm. And so, and while that is hypnosis, that is really more about, say, mind control more than maybe therapy. How would you explain that distinction?
Yeah, many a times I had, people who would walk in and they would sit in very casually and they would be like, oh, now you are going to make me cluck like a chicken. And I will just look at them in the eyes sitting in my, doctor's coat. And I'm like, do you really think so? I'm going to do that. And then they're like, no, but this is what I've seen. Exactly as you said, that this is what I have seen. But again, to see that a medically trained professional is using this, so you wonder, what exactly could she be doing? What exactly is this? So first of all, the hypnotherapy and specifically the techniques which I use, there is absolutely no mind control. Rather, I use the, sort of the example that as a hypnotherapist, I am the GPS. And you are still the driver. But as a GPS, I know the roadmap. I know the roadmap, where to take you, where not to take you, and what should be unraveled. So I become the GPS and you are the driver. And that is, in simple terms, what I describe as hypnotherapy. Yeah,
and so let's just really double down on making sure people truly understand this. Hypnosis can do a variety of things, but in the world of therapy, it's not about pushing you to take some action, because as they even say in all the worlds of hypnosis, it's really hard to make you do something that you truly are against. And so there's a certain level of resistance. So it's not about forcing you to do something that you're going to be resistive against, quote unquote, for your own good or whatever. It's about using hypnosis and the subconscious and the power of the mind to find what's already there and then work with what's already there to make that better. Would that be a fair way of saying it?
Yeah, absolutely. And what you describe as, seeing the magic show or the Vegas show and all of that, that is just a part of what has been commercialized. I would say it's the stage hypnosis where there is mind control, of course, but there is another aspect of hypnosis, which is the therapy part, which is what I use, where, again, as you correctly said, that you enter into the zone of your subconscious to find the resources to come out of the problems you are, unable to understand or tackle in the real life.
Right. And I'm going to bring in something from maybe completely left field, but the world of professional wrestling, right? And so, the professional wrestlers will make the point that they are athletes. They are doing physically demanding things that the average person can't do, but it isn't really a competitive sport because there's a certain script to it, right? But that's because they're taking, quote unquote, a competitive sport and making it entertainment.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Hypnosis has its foundation, has its true, authentic foundation. But in Vegas, they're emphasizing on the entertaining aspects of it. And whatever therapy might be obtained is kind of incidental, where, again, you're doubling down on, no, this is the therapy. I'm not here to make you go, ooh, ah, and applaud me.
Absolutely. And the way you are describing it, it takes me back to the history of hypnosis, where in the 1700s, the surgeons and the physicians were the only ones using hypnosis to do surgeries. And, surgery was performed because anesthesia was not there at that time.
Right.
So amputations and surgeries were performed for patients under hypnosis. And from there onwards, after the World War, somewhere, it was lost to the magicians. And I think I'm reclaiming it back. It absolutely belongs to the medical side of us. So there are zillion advantages of using hypnotherapy.
Yeah, and I applaud you for doing that. And I have to love, here's an example of how educated and how passionate Sonia is. She's bringing out 17th century history, as an example of how all this works together.
Yeah, reclaiming it back.
Yeah. So you definitely know that of which you speak. Mm-hmm. So again, to set aside, let's say, myth number one, mm-hmm. in the world of hypnotherapy, it's not a Vegas stage show, mm-hmm. and it's not about mind control as much as it is about mind liberation.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we move on to another question that I imagine you get a lot. And for the sake of transparency, I've actually worked with Sonia, and she's helped me through some things that I was needing help with the hypnotherapy. And I was surprised that it didn't make me go unconscious into the unknown like that Vegas stage show. Yeah. And you reassured me that, no, this is normal. There's a certain level of consciousness involved. But it did have me worried initially. So I imagine there are some people that may pose a question of, can I even be hypnotized? Not, to the far extreme of, are you going to take over my mind?
Yeah.
But here's the people that go, well, can you even do anything?
Yeah, that's a very valid question, and many people do, in the first interview when we are talking, and they pose their complaints and they want to be resolved, their concerns. Yeah, they would ask whether, do you think I will be able to go there, and am I hypnotizable? So I just want to tell everyone, whoever is listening right now, and this is what I tell to those patients and clients as well, that entering the subconscious is literally a day-to-day thing we all do every day on daily basis. And let me explain to you how that happens. So has it ever happened to you while maybe reading a book or watching a movie, or maybe sitting in front of your television watching Super Bowl? You are so engrossed in the game, in the movie, in the book that, there is a bell ringing or the phone is ringing. You just are completely...
You've lost yourself in the moment. You have lost yourself.
You're completely in that zone. What is that? You are in your subconscious. That is a trance, and not only that, you're walking on the street, you are, walking by, say, a bakery shop, and you just get the smell of that bread, and you're like, oh, this smells like my grandma's cooking. What is that? That is hypnosis. So it is literally so easy for us humans to get back in touch with the subconscious mind, which is what hypnosis is all about. So literally everyone can go there. But as you correctly said initially, your will is the most important thing. Anyone who is willing is hypnotizable. That's what I can say. And there are various techniques which I use. It's not just, relaxation techniques which people have seen on videos and all of that. The intense studies which I have done in the subject gives me sort of the mastery to actually take you there. No matter how hardcore, person in the head you are, you can go there if you want to.
So would this be correct in some ways? It's like, how deep are you going to fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
If you want to fall asleep and I create an environment to allow you to fall asleep, you may go, well, but I only want to nap for a moment. So you may set up internal resistance that prevents you from going deeply to sleep. But it's not that you couldn't.
Yeah. And
you're choosing how deep you're going to go to sleep.
Yes. And I usually use the example of the ocean. So imagine that, you are walking just by the ocean. Now, whether you are going to put one foot in the water or you are going to take the dive in, that depends on you. And many times it's our own fears, our fear of letting go, our fear of losing control, which initially becomes that block of not going deep in. But everyone touches the water. Right.
Exactly. Just, again, how much you're interested and willing to go in deep. And you shouldn't be worried about going in too deep, because it's not like you're going to get stuck there. Right?
Yeah. That's a.
I imagine some people are like, oh, what if I never come back from being a chicken?
Oh, yeah, being a chicken. Okay, I am not making you the chicken. Of course, that's a question for a stage hypnotist maybe. But what I can tell you is being in a session of hypnotherapy is like being in a sleep-like state. So when you sleep at night, do you wake up in the morning on your own? Do you?
Right.
Yeah, that's it. So here as well, I take you to a dream-like state because dreams are nothing but your subconscious zone. So you are going to that zone. And of course, like you wake up from your dreams, you come out of your dream. So this is as simple as I can explain. No one gets lost. No one gets stuck. It is a dream-like state, which you can come out of anytime you want.
Yeah, so fundamentally, you're doing two things. Although you're needed to help us do these two things because it's so hard for us to do it ourselves, is A, let go and let yourself go into that subconscious, lost in my mind, in a trance-like state, however you want to say it, in the zone, right? So you're helping us get to that deeper level. But once we're there, you're also going to help guide us through that to the things we've told you we're wanting the focus to be on.
GPS. You go in with the GPS, and I'm tracking you. So you are not lost.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's great clarification. And to just kind of recap, so first we talked about, let's say, myth, question, whatever, number one, concern number one of, are you going to do mind control on me? And we've clarified this isn't a Vegas stage show. This is about you being helped control your own mind. And then this other end of the spectrum of, can I even be hypnotized?
Yeah.
Right. So whatever you do isn't going to affect me because I am so whatever. Right. And it's like, you're still a human.
Yeah.
Your brain still works this way.
Right.
You can fight me or not, you know. I can lead you to the gym and show you the exercise routine, and you can avoid lifting every weight and complain about why lifting weights isn't the right thing for you. Or you can lift the weights and you're going to get equivalent results.
Oh, yeah, but the surprise is that you actually go to the gym every day.
Yeah. Exactly. That's step one.
Yeah.
And so now let's go into kind of, say, a middle ground, right, of I've been exposed to this. I've done something kind of like this. Maybe my work brought in a hypnotist. I don't having trouble with that one. And they did some things, and it kind of seemed to work. It's kind of like the motivational speaker effect.
Right.
Yeah. Motivational speaker came in. I felt really jazzed for about 2 weeks. And then after about 2 weeks, I don't feel jazzed so much.
Right.
Same thing with the hypnosis, hypnotic therapy. They came in, they did something to me. Yeah, kind of, sort of, I think, but maybe not. And then it seemed to go away. So why should I even put any more effort into this?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and I do get certain clients who would come in because they're referred by someone else whose life literally changed, and then they're like, okay, go to Sonia and talk to her, and they would say, I have tried hypnosis, but it did not show some great results.
Right.
So to all those people who have tried and maybe it fizzled out or it did not show results, I would want to tell you that looks like the core of the issue has not been touched. So there is a depth you have to reach to understand your problem. There are different
superficial?
levels. Yes. It can be, as I said, you can just touch the water or you can completely dive in. And there is a process. You can start with touching the water, then swimming into it, and then diving into it. But the whole idea of hypnotherapy is, and that is specifically, again, my passion, because, again, coming from a medical background, I want to go to the core.
Right.
I have to lead you to the core. And once you go to the core of the problem, which can be attained through amazing, techniques, which again, I have learned. It can be inner child therapy. It can be some past life regression. It can be transpersonal regression. These terms might sound, fancy to you, but these are the techniques. These are the tools which take you deeper and deeper to understand the core. Once the core issue is touched and, flipped from there, it is literally a permanent shift. People have told me they are completely different, how they were living their lives before and how just in a matter of 4 or 5 sessions, Wade, just 4 or 5 sessions, it can transform your life. But it has to be the deep dive in.
Right. You have to go in. It's kind of like going to a bath and putting your feet in the bath and then complaining that, hey, the bath didn't make you feel all that clean. And by the way, fairly quickly your feet felt dirty again too.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, you got to get in the bath.
Oh, yeah, fully.
Okay, so total immersion. So thank you for helping us understand that for this to be effective, just like any other therapy, any other thing you do, your level of commitment is going to influence your level of success. As we close this out, are there any other common things that people walk through the door, common misperceptions that you maybe just want to bullet point touch upon?
I would want to tell everyone who's listening, many a times what I see people, bringing their issues, they want you to resolve the issue as a therapist. That I have this, please resolve this for me.
Fix me.
So what my message is that all your problems and all the solutions are within you. I am again the GPS to navigate you, to take you there, to deflate the problem, find the solution, come out, and voila.
Exactly. So here is this amazing world of hypnotherapy that has powerful impacts that perhaps should be embraced more by Western medicine, but people are kind of uncertain about when it's the exact same thing as Western medicine. When the doctor puts the cast on your leg, he didn't fix your leg. Your leg is going to fix itself. It's in you. They're just creating the environment so the healing is as effective as possible. You're doing the same thing with hypnotherapy, dealing with physical, emotional, all the different types of problems we may have, and going, no, you're going to fix it yourself. It's in you.
It's in you. It's
I'm
all
just here.
entangled, and I will help you disentangle it. So life is beautiful again.
So, Dr. Sonia Gupte, you can learn more about her online at www.insonia.com. So that's ENSO-NIA, insonia.com. And you can learn about everything she's doing and how she, as she's done here today, is there to demystify, to put a clinical, professional approach to everything she does in the world of healing, and to explain things just like she did today that, this isn't mind control. It's about unleashing the power of your own mind under your control. It can work for you, assuming you are a living human being, because this is the way we work. Go ahead.
Yeah, and willing.
And willing.
To go in, yeah.
Great point, great point. Well, and then really that's a third thing. If you really want it to be effective, you have to be willing. You have to go all in. And the result, how long will you stay healthy after going to the gym? How long are you going to keep working at it? So I appreciate all this information that has been provided today. Again, you can learn more about Dr. Sonia Gupte, who is more than just an MD, at www.inso-nia.com. And we're always here to help you lead a better life on Moving and Motivating Radio, powered by WSRadio.com. We are the worldwide leader in Internet talk.